for Organ Recovery and Education during National Donate Life Month. In just a few minutes, we will be among the thousands of hospitals across the county raising a Donate Life flag to honor donors and recognize the recipients who received the gift of hope and kick off National Donate Life Month. The Donate Life flag was first introduced in 2006. Since then, it has become a national symbol of unity, remembrance, and hope while honoring those touched by donation and transplantation. Over the past 15 years, 50,000 Donate Life flags have flown across America. The inspiration for this year's National Donate Life Month comes from the vastness of the night sky and the billions of stars that illuminate it. Just as stars shine through the darkness of night, the act of donation brings light to those, or to life of those in need. It's a reminder that even in the vastness of the universe, our collection effort in organ and tissue donation create a constellation of hope, echoing the resilience and interconnectedness of the stars above. Here at Warren General, our work offers hope for a second chance of life to those waiting for a life-saving or life-restoring transplant. We help give comfort amidst tragedy to grieving donor families whose loved ones will live on through donation. And we've come light years in our understanding of donation and transplantation here in our own hospital and our own community. Every single day, we are supporting life and enriching our communities through organ, tissue, and cornea donation. Superstar donors truly do light the way to a brighter future for those in need. At this time, I would like to introduce Kristen Stone from CORE.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Kristen Stone. I'm the Director of Laboratory Services for the Center for Organ Recovery and Education, better known as CORE. On behalf of myself and everyone at CORE, we thank you for celebrating with us today. It's an honor to celebrate National Donate Life Month with Warren General Hospital. Each year, Donate Life America develops a theme for National Donate Life Month. This year, the theme was inspired by shining stars in the night sky. Stars remind us that even on the darkest night, there is light. And just as stars illuminate the night sky, so too does donation, giving hope and light to so many. The more than 100,000 people nationwide awaiting the gift of life, a donor's generosity becomes a guiding star amidst the world of uncertainty. For donor families, donation promises that their loved one's light will never dim, that it will continue to shine brightly through the lives they touch. And for those who've received the precious gift of life, donation reflects the compassion and generosity of the human spirit. This theme also echoes the promise that donation and transplant hold in the years to come. Just as the vast expanse of the universe is filled with countless mysteries awaiting discovery, so do opportunities for innovation exist in the realm of organ donation and transplantation. And I'm proud to say, in 2023, CORE, supported by our hospital partners, pushed the limits of what was previously thought possible in our mission to save and heal lives through donation. The result, it was a 5th consecutive record-breaking year of saving and healing lives across Western Pennsylvania and West Virginia through the selflessness of nearly 2,000 organ, tissue, and cornea donors. We facilitated the transplantation of 928 organs, 1,003 corneas, while also healing more than 100,000 lives through tissue donation. Specifically here at Warren General Hospital, you made a difference to 229 tissue and cornea recipients who are now enjoying restored sight and mobility because of 5 tissue and cornea donors from this hospital. To the Warren General Hospital leadership team, the dedicated physicians, nurses, really everyone here who plays a role, we thank you. Nikki Janis, ACR, Rick Allen, CEO, Joe Akiv, CNO and COO, Keith Price, Medical Director, and Lori MacDonald, CFO, we thank you. Donation starts with a strong leadership team. Your unwavering support has been and will forever be critical as CORE forges ahead into the future of donation and transplantation. Just as the stars in the sky shine brighter together, so too do our collective efforts to save and heal lives through donation. And together, we have proven that the future is bright. May the shining stars of donation, the donors, donor families, and all who champion this cause, not just in April, but year-round, continue to illuminate our path ahead. Next, I would like to introduce Pam Haltman.
Good afternoon. My name is Pam Haltman, and I am honored to be here today to celebrate National Donate Life Month. Organ donation has touched my life on several different levels since I was 14 years old. In 1977, the man who would later become my father-in-law, Donald Cassell, received a kidney transplant at the Cleveland Clinic. This allowed him to live 7 more years, which was long enough to meet and hold his first grandson. My cousin, Timothy Dorian, waited 1.5 years for a heart and sadly passed away at age 52 at Allegheny General Hospital while still waiting. He and his family never gave up hope. My husband's cousin-in-law, Brian Lutton, received his new heart at UPMC Presby in March of 2020. His wife, Barb, and their 2 children are very appreciative of Brian's donor family and have exchanged several letters with them. And yesterday, my 27-year-old cousin Rachel was placed on the waiting list in Detroit for a multivisceral transplant, which involves several organs in her abdomen, including her liver, spleen, pancreas, small and large intestines. This brings me to the reason I am here today, and that is to tell the story of my stepson Caleb, who passed away in June 2020 at age 25. Although Caleb was not a registered organ donor, about a month before his accident, his father and I had a conversation with him about organ donation because of Brian's gift of a heart in March 2020, just 2 months earlier. He asked what we thought about being an organ donor and decided that he would change his driver's license when it came up for renewal. Caleb was an amazing person with a huge smile and an even bigger heart. He loved to hunt and fish with his father, brother, grandfather, uncles, and cousins. He was a standout cross-country and track athlete and still holds 2 records at Warren Area High School. He loved playing softball and could be seen giving it his all at Betts Park on Friday night and Sunday. He was an Eagle Scout and was typically prepared for anything. Caleb was the best uncle and so loved by his nieces and nephews, always willing to take them fishing or play games. No matter what he was doing, if anyone needed help with anything, Caleb would be the first one to be there. His laugh was infectious, and everyone who knew him was a friend. He had been laid off from his job during COVID and went to St. Mary's to help a friend replace a roof on a church because he needed extra help. Caleb was only on the roof for a minute or 2 when we believe he suffered a seizure and fell. He was taken to the local hospital and then life-flighted to Pittsburgh. 5 hours after his accident, we were told his injuries were unsurvivable. Our initial feelings of shock, disbelief, and denial were almost overwhelming. The compassion shown by the hospital staff there was incredible. The social worker, the nurses, the doctors, and especially Steve from CORE were all so kind and supportive. They took the time to talk to our family, answer our questions, and explain the process of organ donation. After speaking with the doctors and CORE staff, we knew organ donation was the right choice for Caleb. On this most difficult day, deciding to donate, giving the gifts of hope and life to other families was the best way to honor Caleb's selfless spirit. Everything CORE has done from the first moment we learned of the extent of his injuries right up through today has been nothing short of amazing. These people are angels on earth, especially Steve, who took as good of care as our whole family as he did of Caleb throughout the whole donation process. He kept us informed through every step of the way, explaining what was happening and what we could expect next from our initial meeting up to the recovery of Caleb's organs. The loss of Caleb has forever changed the lives of his family and friends. He and his girlfriend Courtney were making plans for their future with her son Grayson. He was a motivator to his softball teammates, a best friend to his nieces and nephews, his friends who are getting married now and honoring him at their weddings. He was a light in all of our lives. His loss was felt by our whole community. His visitation and funeral service were attended by over 550 people who were all touched by him in some way. We continue to honor Caleb's memory and love of running by creating a scholarship fund to help track athletes from Warren County be able to participate in track and continue their education in college. The money for the scholarship was initially raised by memorial softball and cornhole tournaments, and the scholarships are handled through the Community Foundation of Warren County and open to any Warren County track athlete. Despite the pain of losing our son, we are grateful that by organ donation, Caleb could, for one last time, help make someone's life happier, as he did for those recipients who received his gifts: his heart, liver, kidneys, lung, and pancreas. Even though the miracles that happened that day were not what our family was praying for, we are grateful that he was part of miracles for so many others. We haven't yet received correspondence from any of Caleb's recipients, but we hope they know how often we think of them and pray they are doing well. We will continue to share Caleb's story any chance we can to help others understand how beautiful organ donation really is. It is a comfort knowing that your loved one lives on in others who have a second chance at life, and that something so tragic and unexpected can help so many other people. We encourage anyone who is not registered to be a donor to register and become a hero yourself. You can register through the Department of Motor Vehicles or online at core.org/register. Organ donors are true superstars. Thank you for allowing me to share Caleb's story.
Thanks, Pam. At this time, I would like to introduce Barb Graziano.
Thank you all for coming, and thank you to Pam for her kind words. I am the recipient of 2 corneal transplants. The late Dr. Andy Keveline diagnosed me with Fuchs' disease, a hereditary eye disease. Fortunately, at the time, I had no symptoms and was not aware of the disease. As time passed, corneal transplants would be necessary. My transplants were performed in 2016 and in 2017. Thanks to a donor, I can see the world more clearly. I did not think much about transplants or organ donation until I became a recipient. Every other year, many donors and recipients attend the Transplant Games of America. I attended the games 4 years ago in Salt Lake City. This year, I will be participating in the games in Birmingham, Alabama, as a member of Team Alleghenies of Pittsburgh. I leave you with this thought. To the world, you may be one person, but to one person, you may be the world.
At this time, if we could raise the flag. I want to thank everyone for coming to today's ceremony. There's a table set up back there with tour information and a table with refreshments. Please help yourself. Have a good day.